Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video about authenticity, which is closely related to confidence. Now, I'm defining authenticity as ultimately a connection to oneself. And my ability to be authentically myself has come on leaps and bounds in recent years. I've gone from being someone who always second-guessed what I thought and what I felt and what I would say to someone who just says and does what he thinks and what he feels. And it's been really good for me. And like I've mentioned in other videos, some people love it, some people hate it. But the people who love it really love it, and the people who hate it really hate it. And that's okay. But during lockdown, I had to develop the deepest connection to myself, the most rigid authenticity that I could ever make, just to stay sane and to continue being productive. Like, I'm living in a foreign country where I don't really speak the language. I'm living alone, and my life went from one where I was constantly surrounded by people, constantly hugging people, to not having a face-to-face conversation with anyone or touching another human being for 2 months. So this was really tough for me. But during this time, in this extreme difficulty, I became so incredibly focused, and I just felt like I had such a strong sense of will. I knew my mind, I knew my heart so deeply. And now that things are opening up again and life is pretty much almost normal, what I've noticed is that this strength of will and this connection to myself isn't as strong as it used to be. Last weekend, I noticed myself being hesitant and questioning myself in social situations in a way that I haven't done in a long time. And I feel really bad about that, because everyone is on Earth for a reason. Everyone is here to be themselves, and when we're not ourselves, we rob not only ourselves of our best life and of the depth of life that we should experience, but also other people as well. So why did this happen? Well, I really think a way of creating authenticity is through meaningful challenge. We never really know who we are until we have to go through something difficult. And at any one time, I am personally trying to challenge myself physically, mentally, and spiritually. But our world is not set up for this sort of challenge. In our prehistory, our ancestors used to have to hunt dangerous animals, taking risks just in order to survive. They were constantly having to fight for their survival. And these instincts became channeled into things like sports in the more civilized ages. But now we don't even so much play sports as just watch from the sidelines and outsource our energy and outsource our performance to other people. I think perhaps the worst example of this energetic outsourcing is pornography, which affects most men. I think Psychology Today put it at something like 98% of men have watched porn within the last month. And I think what this does is it takes an instinct, which in its natural form would lead us to seek connection with another human being and to become the best people we can be in order to form a partnership with this other person, and short circuits it and gives us the gratification for doing nothing. I have found that my authenticity, honesty, and confidence is directly correlated with how much ass I can kick in my life in general. So as a call to action, challenge yourself. See what happens to yourself. Go through difficult things that have an ability to push you out of your comfort zone, to try something new, to go beyond what you were before, to be fitter than you were before, to be mentally sharper than you were before, to be more focused than you were before. You choose the goals, but see what it does for your ability to connect to yourself and know just how strong you are and just what you're capable of. Thanks for listening.